Right now is one of the best times to buy Bitcoin, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys why I think and I have a high conviction that Bitcoin is going to act like the next GameStop or AMC, or basically a very volatile investment in which people are going to swing trade and they are going to day trade and they are going to try to take every penny off the table in short periods of time. Now you might think, why are you saying this? Of course, Bitcoin and any cryptocurrency has a high volatility and typically people are day trading cryptocurrencies. But with the coming recession, I'm not here to fearmonger. Most financial institutions are predicting anywhere between a 30 and 70% chance that we are going to enter into a recession in the coming year. And yes, not fearmongering. This may just be a reality. At the very least, we are facing at least a year of a very bearish market as we battle with inflation, the ending COVID crisis that we are hoping comes to an end, the conflict in Europe. All those things are going to lead to at the very minimum, a very bearish market. Now, what has happened in the last 2 years is we've seen things like AMC, GameStop, Wall Street bets emerge. The retail trader has emerged, and there are people out there that are actively, not just people, a very large community of people are actively looking for ways to make money on the stock market and within the investing space on a daily basis, in the short term, maybe the weekly basis, but basically they're looking for short-term gains. This isn't going to stop. And what does that really mean as the market becomes more bearish and we see volatility kind of stagnate in the stock market? We're going to see assets that aren't necessarily assets like NFTs that don't have a lot of tangible values, but we may see the crypto market boom in this period of time because there is inherent high volatility, and with assets that are a little bit more backed with less volatility right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but specifically Bitcoin because we're seeing use cases being proved every single day for Bitcoin. Bitcoin might be an asset that people in a bearish market are more comfortable trading and risking some money on because there's more of an appeared safety in Bitcoin, which again, I'm not saying I don't believe in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is something that I dollar cost average into on a regular basis, but right now I am lump summing into Bitcoin because of this reason. So where was I going? People are going to be looking for the next volatile asset to try to make money on. Now, I'm not saying you can make money on a volatile asset, but that volatility implies a swing of price, and people are going to claim they can make money on it. And some people will make money, and more people will lose money. But where I'm going here is that Bitcoin is going to become that asset. It has the highest probability of what is on the table right now as investments for retail traders to do that thing. When we see and when we think of what does a bearish market result in the stock market, which people have been very active in the last 2 years with option trading and even short-term trading because it was a bullish market. People made money. That money that people made and the fear of missing out, the FOMO over all of that is going to cause that trend to not only continue but to increase, especially as people are losing money and they say to themselves, wow, I really need to up my gains. They're going to look for a volatile asset that they can throw their money at and hope it sticks to the wall. Now, I'm not saying that's what you guys should do because that is certainly not what you should do, but you should consider at least the speculation. This is a speculative investment for myself. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment advice, but this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking at crypto, specifically Bitcoin, as the next thing that may do that, and I have conviction that Bitcoin is going to grow over time. So if you don't have that conviction, you may not want to be in this space just in general. My conviction is that I'm going to put this money in Bitcoin. This is my baseline. I'm going to dollar cost average into Bitcoin over the long term. It has a allotment, it is a proportional percentage investment in my investment portfolio. However, because of my conviction that this is going to happen, I am taking that, my 2 or 3% allocation to crypto over my entire investment portfolio, which is actually much higher right now because I am putting some lump sum into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is lower than it's been in some time. It is pretty low right now. It's actually been more stable than the stock market in recent times. I'm increasing that percentage of my total investment portfolio in Bitcoin specifically in hopes that what I have a high conviction about what could happen and the potential that Bitcoin could make a big price increase as we see the trading volume. As demand grows and supply shortens, obviously the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. And just as hype starts around Bitcoin as a highly volatile asset when we get this stagnant bearish market and the potential of a recession, it's just going to grow and grow and grow. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's going to hit 100,000, but I'm saying I'm going to invest more money in the hopes that it does do that. And if there is some radical growth, I might pull some money off the table and let it, as it comes back down in the coming year, I might pull some money off the table. But my intent here is to long-term invest in Bitcoin. I'm just saying that this is the opportunity as it is lower than it's been. We're very far off the all-time high. This is a consideration point with what is in the future of the economy, and it's something to consider. Also, just as a safety, what we're seeing right now is the perfect use case of Bitcoin. It is a hedge against inflation. At least that is what a lot of us consider it as. And we can see it as the market has come down in the past couple months. Bitcoin has not, obviously it's come down, but it's not tracking the market. It's actually less volatile than the market. And as more people see this use case proven, that is only going to be more stagnant. Now, that is not necessarily a good thing. We're not going to see gains like we did, obviously, with Bitcoin at its inception. The idea that it's going to go to $100,000 may happen, but it might take more time because as it is a more used asset, it is going to inherently become more stable. But in the whole, it still has much higher volatility than most of the stock market. So the reality is if you're rooting for Bitcoin, you're hoping it becomes a much more stable asset where people feel more comfortable parking their money in. And eventually that will happen. Knock on wood. It should happen if you follow many of the stock models that Bitcoin is tracking right now. That being said, it is still a volatile asset, and that is something why you might want to consider investing some of your money today. Again, not financial advice, just what I am doing and what many others in the space are doing right now in prediction of this possibility of a recession and just a 2 or 3 year bearish market, which is due to happen. That's just how the stock market cycles and how it trends in times. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't be afraid to smash the like button. It would really help the channel as we are a growing channel. This might actually just be the first video that I've posted on the channel. I've got some other videos queued up, but with what's happening with the stock market and just in general right now, Bitcoin is a buy, and that's what I'm doing. So I thought, what the heck, why not start this channel with this video? So the channel, just a quick background, millennial investing. It's all about entrepreneurship, personal finance, and investing. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I do all day. I'm an engineer and I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in the space for quite some time. I've been extremely passionate about personal finance for well over a decade. I'm a YouTuber in a different space on YouTube. I'm trying to separate the two spaces because I don't, I make automotive content. I don't want them to kind of trickle over. With that said, I am starting a new channel and it's all free information. I'm never going to charge you guys for anything, and I'm hoping to retire in the next 7 years. So I'm going to document that journey on this channel and hopefully help you guys shorten your time frame for retirement and soft retirement. I wouldn't say I'm part of the FIRE movement, but I am trying to retire and that I am trying to become financially free so I can work and do the things that I'm passionate about. But all the things that I want to do in my life inherently have a period of time where I can't make money to start doing them, like starting most businesses. But I have other assets right now and I'm in a place that I can't take those risks. So that's what financial freedom and retirement is for me, just being financially free so I don't have any expenses that I have to cover, and that can allow me to pursue other things. So I'm not just retiring to go live on a beach, but I'm retiring to, and this is all hopefully retiring, we'll see, retiring to do other things. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you stuck this far through, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to have a conversation about today's video. See you guys.